Unit 6, Recording 6. Part 2.
She continued to chat happily about shooting. To Frampton, it was all absolutely horrible. Attempting to change the subject, he told them about his illness. "The doctors have told me to have complete rest, with no excitement at all," explained Frampton. "Really?" said Mrs. Sappleton, but she was not paying attention. Her eyes were staring past him to the open window and garden beyond. Suddenly, she jumped up. "Here they are at last," she said. "Just in time for tea." Frampton shivered and looked at the niece with sympathy. The young girl was staring out through the window with a look of pure horror in her eyes. In a cold shock of fear, Frampton turned round and looked in the same direction. In the twilight, 3 figures were walking across the garden towards the window. They were all carrying guns under their arms, and one of them also had a white coat over his shoulders. A tired brown dog was walking close to them. As the figures came nearer to the house, a young voice began to sing. Frampton grabbed his hat wildly and ran out through the hall door, across the front garden and through the front gate. Outside in the road, he almost knocked a man off his bicycle in his terrible panic. "Here we are, my dear," said the man carrying the white coat as he came in through the window. "Who was that who ran out as we came in?" "A very strange man, a Mr. Nuttall," said Mrs. Sappleton. "He could only talk about his illnesses, and then he ran off without saying goodbye when you arrived. It was as if he had seen a ghost." "I expect it was the dog," said the niece calmly. "He told me he had a terrible fear of dogs. A pack of wild dogs once chased him on the banks of the river Ganges in India, and he hid all night with the dogs snarling just above him. It's enough to make anyone suffer with their nerves." Telling stories at short notice was her speciality.